I demand that Stephen Brown is released from this unjustified incarceration at once.
Young lady, as you're an intruder on this planet, I don't feel you're in a position to demand anything.
Then how do you justify imprisoning an innocent man?
Well, Oh, that's most interesting. I've just been informed that your friend is in fact a common criminal. I'd be most interested in your response on this matter. Tut tut. So Stephen Brown's made a real arrival on this planet, already known as a common criminal.
Stephen Brown was on trial for time travelling. Do you consider the right to roam and travel the earth at different times and places to help people escape tyranny and oppression a crime?
If this travelling includes interference in matters of the state that do not concern him, then yes.
You're just a spineless fool who seeks to oppress rather than to enlighten. You're an absolute chauvinist and your power will not last forever.
Stop this foolish feminist banter. You cannot topple my patriarchal power. A man is stronger than a woman, as I'm about to prove right now. How dare you burst into this office? Disgraceful! This is the highest power on the planet, and you burst in here as if it's some sort of street market!
Your arrogance is beyond belief. What are you planning now, eh? I mean, why haven't the slaves been released? You promised. Have you got empty words and deeds? Don't you ever keep to anything?
Of course his words are meaningless. Look at the decline of our planet since he took control.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have we all forgotten the state of the economic growth of this planet before I came into office?
Yes, at a price.
Don't be foolish. Everything has its price. That's how people are judged. Having a high value gives a citizen a sense of obedience and self-worth for the state.
I do not have time to hear your description of how to have a morally, politically bankrupt society. You're merely repeating the pattern of history. Another blueprint for political stupidity.
And now you see how I deal with fools. Disloyal fools. And because of that, I would not be releasing the slaves. Nor do I remember ever making such a pledge.
Do you realise you've just signed your own death warrant? Faraday's death will not stop the revolution. If you don't free the slaves now, they will surely revolt.
The only thing that I will be freeing is another bullet from this gun if you continue with this disloyalty.
Face it, your control over me is finished. Faurelio intends to stand for high office. If you stand in his way, that would be foolish.
Right. Guards! I need to take these two women away. A few years in a cryogenic chamber should calm them down.
Well, if we are bold and strike quickly, we can break free of this camp. No facilities are strong enough to hold you if you are determined enough.
I'm not so sure. All we leave of wretched existence. We stumps in life.
Well, yeah, true. Yes, you're alive, but for how long? Well, let's be honest. You lot aren't going to survive another winter between you, are you?
If you really think it's that bad, then I'm willing to take the gamble, but you've got to lead us. Yes, to our deaths.
Woo! Are we going to try and escape? This place does nothing for my complexion, you know.
Oh, typical woman. A slave to image consumerism and the perceived male fantasy.
Hee. That sounds impressive. But what do you actually mean?
Mine.
When you're thinking about executing this foolhardy plan of yours?
Well, I'm ready to leave in 5 minutes.
Good, because that's when we're leaving.
Yeah, I too am ready.
Right, let's go.
Come on.
Come on! Right, let's do the perimeter! Run as fast as you can! Your life and freedom on this planet depends upon it! Go! Come on! Keep moving!
I didn't know Bax's been shot. Should we go back for her? Don't be a fool. If we go back, then we'll get shot as well. New incident and disaster. Nearly there.
Look, my friend, all is not yet lost. Have a rummage about, see if you can find anything useful.
Well, I found some boxes of herbicide. It certainly looks pretty important stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. Good work. Ah, excellent. Hoe. Sharp billhook. And a fork. These can be used as weapons. If we need to, of course. Tybor? Tybor, what are you doing?
Caldon, come quickly. You gotta have a look at this. What is it? We better leave soon, otherwise the guards get here. Look, no one's been buried here. There's been placed with stuff full of the dead.
I don't understand what are these bodies being kept here for. Surely it's expensive to keep all the dead slaves in a manner this way. What purpose is being served by keeping all the dead slaves in the camp?
I think I found the answer. Come and have a look at this machine and these tins. Oh, I can't believe our rulers have done this. It's reality. That's why the proletariat are so easily controlled. That's why a privileged few enjoy such enormous wealth and prosperity. I can't believe they stoop this low. Yeah, I'm a patriot, but I wouldn't voluntarily eat someone that lives on my planet. Correct, they've been feeding us with the dead. We've been eating members of our own race to keep ourselves alive. What the hell? Now what?
Get out of my way, Jana. I beg you are finished. Your dream world with its foundation of corruption and torture is cascading around you. Rubbish! You think I'm going to relinquish the power that I have on this planet? You are very much mistaken. There's no mass movement against me. I am supreme ruler of Outer. You're a pompous, arrogant fool, and you have no idea of the feelings of the people of this planet. You are blind. You're put to his knees with your insane, childish dreams. Even as we speak, there are strangers, not of this planet, plotting to free the slaves from your struggle of oppression. You lie! I speak the truth. Now you must listen to me, you treacherous dog. It's time for you to meet your maker, like so many of your people before you. Well, we'll see about that!
What's all the commotion? What's going on?
I feel that our invisible president has finally found out that the revolution can no longer be stopped.
Revolution's in the air then. Your people's great oppression will be over at last.
Never mind this nonsense, time traveller. Let's take hold of this opportunity and free our bonds.
I'm trying, but I'm trussed up like a turkey here.
I'm sorry. I don't understand the meaning of your words.
The language of oppression is universal for both men and women. Throughout all the galaxies, it's time that it ended.
As I'm sure you're aware, rumours of a seditious uprising have reached me.
Yes, of course I know that. Why does this interest you?
Because the president's grip on power is slipping. He's a weak fool. Vulnerable. Easily destroyed.
Yes, of course I understand, but why should you wish to kill an associate of yours that has given you so many opportunities?
Because he's failed. He's proved himself to be weak and a fool. If he'd ruled with a steelier grip, he'd never have had to relinquish power.
That's where you are mistaken. His harsh regime has turned all the people against him.
No, you're wrong. The individual needs coercion. They need to be told. They need control. They need the direction of the state machine. They're not allowed to have independent thought, deeds, actions.
It's all over.
Oh no, you're wrong. It's only just begun. When I kill Rybeck, it will create a power vacuum on this planet. I aim to fill that vacuum. There'll be logic and order, and I shall be there to guide the people. As popular war advances, peace follows.
Surely you do not mean that. The president is not so easily killed.
I think that even a distinguished man as the president is still made of flesh and blood, is he not?
He is not the only one that you will destroy. You You will kill millions if you assassinate Ryback in this way.
I am sure that an old woman such as you is familiar with the phrase, the end justifies the means.
This is insanity. We're heading for an apocalypse on an enormous scale. I must warn Stephen. Cartwright's mind has become completely unhinged. Rebellion is one thing, but I didn't expect to be blown to pieces.
Come on, let's rip these up. Come on, help me. Be careful. We don't know what is under there. I'm in certainly no mood to expose myself to any more danger.
It's coming from the ground up! It's Jimmy's fault! You! Help! You should have left it alone! Come on! Get out onto me! Get some poison and throw at that thing!
Of course! That'll sort the wretched thing out.
Ah! It's got my arm! It's putting out its socket!
Wait! I think it's weakening. The poison is beginning to have some sort of effect.
Ah! Ah! Look, it's working. It's weakening.
Do not worry, my friends. We've overcome much adversity, and we'll overcome many more perilous situations before your planet has returned to parity.
Yes, but I fear that we'll not stand with Calgon by our side.
Yes, I'm truly sorry for the death of Caldon. Although his death will not be in vain, I believe it will be for the good of your people and their eventual return to enlightenment.
Oh, at last I managed to free myself from these stupid ropes.
Oh, well done. No man will ever stop the tide of feminist uprising.
I think it's called equality, actually, but even that won't happen if we don't get cracking.
Your tone tells me that you're feeling a little bit more optimistic. Let's go.
There is no escaping your great people, Ryback. Your crimes are well documented, and your guilt you will one day have to realise.
Let me go, you political extremists! I have the right to rule these foolish minions! My family line gives me the birthright!
Your right has no basis in morals or Altaran decency. Your savage reign is now consigned to history. Goodbye!
I will reign again!
Fight this generation.
Now, my device is ready. Soon the naive people of this planet will have a new leader, someone who can take them into a new era of moral and political enlightenment.
It will only end in your destruction and more horror for our great people.
You have no understanding of the dynamics of politics. You're an interfering old woman who has reached the end of her usefulness.
What is the meaning of this, Brown? Be assured, if you killed my valuable pet, you'll be in serious trouble.
Look, rest assured I know how valuable your pet is, and you can be very, very assured there, Nixon, that I've only rendered it unconscious.
Very well, then. Very well.
This was achieved by utilising a few tools and making some poisonous arrows. So we may have become the guards.
Stephen! Cartwright has gone mad. He aims to assassinate Ryback with a bomb and take his place.
It no longer matters, for I killed the fool with my bare hands.
What? Is this true, Stephen?
Yes, he speaks the truth.
Stephen, Lizzie's still in Ryback's office. She'll get caught in the blast of Cartwright's bomb.
What? This cannot be. Lizzie.
What carnage. This act of true selfishness. How did Cartwright expect to lead us from our oppressions? His means have only led to a gap in our society's structure. This truly is a day of extreme regret.
Lizzie? Lizzie, are you there?
Why did this have to happen? It's only justice in the universe. Why should evil have the opportunity to be pardoned, and yet those who are truly noble be extracted from our lives, if only to keep the balance between right and wrong? I ask you, well, why? Why is there an imbalance?
Stephen, Lizzie, is she
dead? I don't know, Emma. I don't know what anything is anymore. It all seems useless.
I think I found something!
Lizzie! Oh, get this thing off! Lizzie! Come on, Lizzie, please, come on!
Oh, Steve.
What, are you okay?
I'm fine. You remember that time in the cave, when we went back to the cave bedtimes and you milked me for all the sympathy you could get?
So you thought you tried on me? Not funny, Liz, not at all.
Well, okay, so maybe I could have picked a less inappropriate time.
Look, I don't want to hear another word of that mouth of yours till we get home, okay? Hello? Hello? What's your hand here? Oh, got it. Oh, are you okay?
You survived? Yes, of course I survived. When we got separated in our escape, I went from the new building into the old one, and of course that was built long before our gallant leader came into power.
So structurally you were more stable?
Oh, well, yes, of course. With our president, he used the slaves to build the new building. We knew it wasn't going to survive the bombardment. Oh, poor old Cartwright. He died for nothing. Well, I suppose he would have thought he died for something. There you go. Oh, that's better.
Within my inauguration speech, I had many important issues to discuss with you, my people. However, the most important, I feel, is that of slavery. Therefore, by presidential decree, from this day forth, I cancel slavery. And within the next few days, this will be ratified and be on the statute book of our new bicameral government. You, my people, have been chosen to fill this parliament and be the torchbearers for this new parliament.
See? Power doesn't corrupt if it's distributed amongst different individuals and political parties.
Yeah, but if you're referring to proportional representation, history has shown that it creates unstable coalition governments.
Well, at least these governments are representative of the people.
But in reality that doesn't really happen. Our views are sort of represented by proxy, as it were.
Well, if you're referring to hegemony, well, that process has been debatable.
Well, I certainly have enough of power politics for now. I think it's time for us to get going. I could certainly use a holiday.
Me too. Let's hope we actually managed to have one this time.
Ah, yes, that's true. See you later.